McSherry's Town Road Football. This is a preview of the year to come. Uh, my name's Jerry Myers, your host, and my guest today is captain of the team, Gage Bear.
Hey,
See you, Gage.
nice to
Thanks
see you,
for
Jerry.
coming on the show.
Yeah.
A few things we want to go over here, Gage, about this upcoming year. First of all, you've been the captain of this team here, I understand, 10 years. Uh, are you planning to play more, or are you coming to the end of your career?
Well, I'm kind of at that age where I kind of have to look for a job and stuff like that. So depending on how it is, it could be anywhere from the end of next year or 2-3 years from now. So I'm not quite sure about that yet.
Well, if you are thinking about retiring, is there anybody going to take over the league, or is it going to come to an end?
Well, honestly, it depends. Right now, it's kind of looking to be in Calvin's hands, so if I ever leave and he's still playing, I'd have to give it away with Calvin to be the new captain.
Okay, well, I know in the past you and Calvin have had your differences,
So,
to say the least. How are you two getting along now?
well, we kind of worked everything out on the internet. I think it was the whole Levi thing. It kind of broke us up a little bit, so now that we kicked Levi off the team, everything should be back to normal how it used to be.
Okay, that might help out, yeah. Your dad also, he kind of like runs the league, plus he also comes out and plays some on your team. How about him? What's his future look like?
Oh, he's kind of slowing down. Not slowing down a lot, but like, I don't think he'll be a full-out starter anymore. He might kind of sub in for whoever's like quarterback for a while and kind of tired. So he'll kind of play like half the game maybe, at most.
Okay, well, that sounds good. You've been in this league for 10 years now. Have you had any bad injuries? Is that a part of your decision to leave, or how you done with injuries over the past years?
Well, the biggest injury I probably had was the groin, and that was back in my 2016-17 season. And that was really painful. I had to sit out a good many games there. I kind of really didn't get to play that whole season. And then there was the knee injuries that kind of pop up every now and then, which that kind of affects how you play. You can't cut and do what you need to do to get a lot of yards. So honestly, if I stay healthy for another year or two and without any other type of injuries, I guarantee I stay in this league for a couple more years.
Okay. Next question is, how confident are you in winning the 1v1 championship for the ninth time?
Well, 9's a big number to me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, already winning 8 out of the 10 of them, to win one more would be really good. I mean, I'm hoping by the end of my career, 10 would be the number I get, but I feel if I can beat Molly and Calvin in the end, I have a good shot of winning this 1v1 championship again.
Okay, that sounds good. Who's your biggest threat then?
Well,
I mean, it's Molly and
Molly
Calvin.
and Calvin. Molly's number 1. She beat me. She's got more MVPs this year. She's looking hot. She just turned 5, but she's still looking like a beast. Calvin, if Calvin can catch and do what he does best, he's grown a lot this whole year. So honestly, if I can get past them two, I'll be good.
Well, are they the biggest threat for the MVP of August then?
Definitely. Honestly, because of Molly's birthday and how she's been playing, I honestly feel like Molly's got the MVP if I don't step it up here at the end.
Okay. Also, we have some rookies coming up in the league. To name a few: Bono, Chewy, Dominic, or Annie. Any idea who has the upper hand in that?
Well, Dominic showed me a lot of skills these last couple weeks and how good he's been catching, how good he's been throwing. We're working on it, and honestly, it'll probably come down to him and Chewy at the end. Because Chewy's really good at catching, and he just never runs out of energy.
Okay.
It's just good.
Well, that's good. Another question is, last year your team ended up 11-5, but you won the league championship. Uh, any thoughts on how you might do this year? How's the team looking?
Well, we had 2 practice games. We won both of them. I feel like our rookies that are just now brought up in the league will play really good. So our veterans will probably get to catch a break for a little bit, kind of not play as often. So I think these rookies will step it up this year, and we could finish better than 11-5 and still win the league championship. To be honest.
Good, very good.
Yeah.
You got some players coming up from the Cool Kids team, which is like your minor leagues. Is there any particular one or two that might make it?
Well, we have 10 players right now, and I prefer to have at least 12. But 10's good, but if I had to pick the two that should most likely come back up to the major league, I'd have to say between Chewy and Carlos, to be honest. They're both looking really good. They're both catching. Like I said, Chewy right now is going for Rookie of the Year. Carlos actually started this year, and he's actually showing some really good catching skills and throwing skills, so he'll be some people to look out for here.
Okay. I understand you're having an all-star game this year. Basically, who's going to play in the all-star game? Is it just the older fellas, or are you including everybody?
That's kind of a tough question, because I kind of one of them people who kind of go by how they've been playing these last couple of years, how much they've been doing, how many MVPs, how many catches a game, how many touchdowns, how many yards and stuff. I add all that up together. And I have to say, me, Josh, Calvin, and probably Molly for sure will probably be in this all-star game, hopefully.
Okay, well, that's about all the time we got now. This is Gage Bear, the captain of the McSherrystown Bros, and nice being on the show,
Yeah, it was
Gage.
nice meeting you again.
Okay, and this is it from the McSherrystown Bros.